Welcome back to Mama's Healing. We are at episode 3. Eventually, I'm going to stop counting because it's going to be too many. But yes, another day, same life. I'm Lorraine. I'm just here, taking it day by day. Ladies?
I'm Janelle, and, just pushing.
I'm Julia. Yeah, about the same. We're here.
I really think that trying something new threw us off. We're like, okay.
Where are we? Who
Doing
are
too
we?
much. But yeah, check-ins. Today's good. I don't know. I feel a type of way about not having my hair done, but overall I'm good. I'm realizing that this semester is smooth. I think last semester just a lot was going on, and this one is less. He's in daycare. It's nice. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling the same. Spoke to my lawyer today regarding dealing with the ex, dealing with the babies, and I think we're on the right track of something positive for the boys, and that's what matters. So just got to keep that going. Classes are great. Can't complain really, so I'm not going too much.
Yeah. I feel like my check-in is weird just because I keep thinking with all the stuff going on in Gaza and how terrible like life in general is, I keep feeling like I'm that person who has a baby during the middle of a zombie apocalypse, where I'm just like, wow, I really set you up for failure. So I feel like I don't even know how to put into words all the things that I'm seeing, and I feel like I don't understand humanity at this point because seeing dead kids is like not okay. And yeah, I just feel so weird. I just feel like I'm in this in-between stage. Like, should I have a go bag ready for whatever may happen, or are we safe for now? Like, yeah, there's a lot. There's just a lot. So
yeah. It is a lot. It's been pretty heavy, like, on my timeline since I think October, right? And it does not seem to be improving or letting up. If anything, it just seems like it's progressing with each day, like less and less resources, no hospitals, just all the things that people need is like slowly, like it's a list. Take out the hospitals, homes, food, medicine, like everything is just
parents. Little kids don't have parents right now. Like,
or like the babies can't eat. So yeah, it's rough, and it's just so strange because it's like I feel like people are getting distracted by the like the rights or the entitled like backstory of it all.
Yes.
And like it's kind of like, I mean, obviously, like it's not my like neither group is like mine, but it's like I can't imagine a situation where I'd be like, well, this is like suffice for what's being sacrificed. And it's troubling because I don't know how it can like come to an end.
And it's like life is supposed to just keep going on like everything's okay. Like there's not bombs raining down on people. Mm-hmm. It's like I just feel like my brain I can't put all these pieces together, and it's just, and then so we kind of touched on it, like the guy who, I don't know how to say the word, but he like lit himself on fire in front of the Israeli embassy. I was just like, and I guess what makes me upset is that I heard about that through one of my friend's social media posts. Not, this seems like it should be something that maybe is a little bit more important than like Trump selling gold sneakers. Like this bag, I don't understand. Like, yeah, I can't put it into words because I can't understand it. I can't conceptualize how we're here, how we're supporting, and we're just gonna wait until everybody's dead. Because time is not on their side. So now what? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, not to bring the mood all the way to the ground, but I feel so weird. I really do feel like I need to apologize to my son every day. Like, I'm so sorry that this is the world that you're inheriting.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't even know how long they'll inherit it, because at this rate,
Yeah.
we're not going to be here long. Like, if this is successful somewhere else, how would the justification not trickle over to new territories?
Yeah, absolutely. It is rough. It's definitely, it's one of those things that, like, yeah, you have to, like, take care of yourself and just be mindful of, like, what you're digesting on your, your news, your social media. And I think it's important to just, like, acknowledge it, because it is difficult where we are, and it's difficult because our government is funding it. So it's just so it's like we're in a weird spot, and it's just like, again, this is why it's really important that we pay attention to elections and politicians, and, like, we're in a system that's very old and it's been doing this for a while, so it's like we gotta, let's shake things up. But I feel I have a special place with, like, international conflict, because I understand it, and like, I feel for it, and I obviously, like, we need to do better, but it's like I also feel like it gets used as a tool to distract the US, particularly our nation, from our own problems.
Oh yeah.
Because it's so much easier to be like, oh, we have homeless children who don't have food, but what about the other babies? Like, I'm not saying, like, it's a hierarchy of struggle, like the Oppression Olympics, but it's also kind of like, it's very obvious why we see so much of that, like, when there's international conflict versus, like, the constant conversation of, like, how many children in the US aren't eating, or how many children in the US are homeless, or, that young child in, where was that was beat up and killed in the bathroom, the non-binary child.
Yes.
Like, the shit we got going on too, it's like, we need to, what is it, put our own oxygen mask on before we try to save the world, because we can't even get our own shit together. It's just, it's disheartening. It is hard to look at our kids and be like, all right,
good luck.
Yeah.
But
and I
yeah,
think the other side too is that I feel like the US can't condemn what's going on over there, because then we're going to be like, oh, weren't we in Iraq? What were we doing over there? Probably the same shit. So it's like, yeah, it's this horrible space to be in, but I'm also kind of hopeful that this space means that it's like growing pains, and eventually, like we said, I think a couple, like last episode, that it has to get better. Like, there's just no other option. Like, the system cannot sustain broken forever. It will have to bust. Now, I don't know if that's going to be better or worse for us, but there's that little glimmer of hope that this can't stay like this forever. Hopefully.
ideally.
Right?
But yes, that we just had to touch on that.
We had to, because it's just like, you can't just pretend that terrible things aren't happening literally in every corner of the world. Every single space available has trauma.
Because, yeah, I think there's something going on in Sudan right now, too. And that's just one that I know has been on the timeline. Because there's, like you said, a lot of places. But I don't want to feel like we're just focusing on them. But
yeah,
a lot of folks are going through it.
Yeah. But thank you both for allowing me the space to just plop these random thoughts.
Flop away.
Flop away. All right, ladies. Okay. I forgot the order we were doing this.
Well, next we typically go into pop culture.
Okay.
Which we kind of, I mean, that's not like pop culture, but it's stuff happening.
Okay, let me just do a quick, we don't have to get too deep into it, but I have been listening to the most recent podcast episode from The Read about the Sacred launch. I don't know if you guys follow it, but basically Kid Fury and Crystal were invited to basically try out the new hair product. And I got through most of the episode, and it just sounds amazing, as usual. But I'm just like, this woman, like, it feels like she's just, like, throwing shit out there. But it's like, she's been doing this for, like, 15 years, right? She's been plotting meticulously, like, okay, I'm making hair, or making a hair product line. I made a perfume. I've got probably 3 acts of an album renaissance created. You know what I mean? She's been busy, but it just feels like she's just like spewing shit out.
And
but yeah,
honestly, the hair care stuff looks great. I looked on the website. I was like, wow, this is above my pay grade.
Yeah.
But one day.
Yeah, like I'm wary of celebrity hair products, just in general.
But she's not gonna do nothing that's not amazing.
Yeah, so I do want to like kind of let everybody else do it first and just hear what it's what the reviews are. Because honestly, I just do Design Essential and
Child, my hair
yeah,
it needs Jesus right now.
I know I need some little moisture, but I'm willing to try it out.
Sorry. I said weirdly, I just want to know what it smells like. I just want to like sniff it. I bet it smells like rich and like luxurious. And,
That's actually one of the descriptions. I think it was Kid Fury. He said it smells like money. I was like,
that should.
But yeah, that and the perfume I do want to smell.
Yeah, I would love that. I just know it.
So what I was thinking for this week is to kind of do like a pop culture mashup and like kind of highlight celebrity parents, families, and just kind of talk about like parenting style, like what we see. Obviously, we don't know these people, but from what we see and like how the dynamic is with their family, what we like about it, like what we hope to incorporate with our own style and things like that. I wanted to talk about Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade. I think they're just such a cute couple in general, and then how they present their family. I've loved since their whole drama back in the day. Because for me personally, I like complicated love stories. Like, I think when there's like a little ruffle in there, it just feels authentic. Not that you need trauma for it to be real love, but there's just something about it that is like, I don't know. Maybe because that's my own personal story that I like relate to it, that I'm like, because
it's never easy. Like, you work from it and you grow from it, and they really look like they've been through it. That's what I like about their story. And then like he came back with the kid, and like she took that kid in and loved him as her own. Like, I mean, I don't know. If that's not real love, working from something, I don't know what that is like.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not too familiar with like celebrity parents or whatever, or their story. But I do remember that like Gabrielle Union did an interview where she was like, I used to be that girl who would put down other women to make myself better. And she actually talked about how much individual work she did to start becoming the person that she wanted to be. And I think that hearing that they do really well together, or that they're cohesive and stuff, doesn't surprise me so much, because of the fact that this was years ago that she was talking about doing this inner work. And so I think that that's a big piece of the puzzle, is that these two imperfect people worked on that and came together. Now, I don't know about this other child. What are you talking about? Did he cheat on her? Does that mean?
So this is obviously from my understanding, and Janelle, correct me if you hear something off, but like
Okay.
they dated. This was like years ago. I want to say, how old is Zaya now? Let's say 15-ish years ago they were dating. And if I understand correctly, the timeline is that they were dating, they broke up, and there was like a window where they were not together. He slept with someone, got back together, but the girl got pregnant. And with
Wow.
that, there was like it was like, I don't know where she went, but they were like, she was on somebody's couch explaining basically like, we're making it work, basically, right? And everybody was like, it couldn't be me. But now we have Zaya. So Zaya is that baby.
Okay.
You know who Zaya is? Zaya is their daughter.
Is that the child that identifies as trans?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then yes, bravo to them, because it could have just been so easy to just be like, I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah. And so they get back together. I don't know how the custody thing, but eventually we see Zaya is with them full time. And
Yes.
you see her you see them both loving on her and loving the youngest one. I can't think of her name right now. But she's cute too. But yeah, like but it's like one of those things where like, as a social worker, because I like the idea of like children and family theories, it's like we can work through things. Like, it's not a hard no. Like, yeah, I don't know if that counts as cheating. He made a really bad choice, because I'm assuming he didn't use protection. But technically they were broken up. So it was like one of those things.
I would
like,
really need another timeline. I would
yeah.
need, girl, when was your last period? Let's talk about it. When did this happen? Because but yeah. I'm still working on me.
That part. But I like that dynamic, and I just love how they are with the kids, and like you see the love and support like the older boys have about their two younger sisters, Kavya. Kavya and Zaya. So there's the older boys. Yeah. And they just like go hard for their younger siblings, and I just think that's so sweet. And that's not by chance, right? That is intentional work that the parents have done, to
demonstrated.
Huh?
And demonstrated, like.
Yeah. Because not only are they making Zaya feel like supported and loved and accepted, but like the siblings are also feeling that too. Because as much as they want to try to like, oh, well, we feel this way, like one of the boys, I think the oldest, he's like college age, like he's a lot older. And in the Black community, it's so hard to see that in public view. So it's like the work they did, it shows. And I love that. And that's something I strive for. Like, not if I don't ever have that in my family, I hope that my children can like go into the world and demonstrate that and show and support and just have love in their hearts for people,
Yeah.
No, I agree. That's okay. That's a good family. That's a good family example.
And she looks amazing, BT Dub. Also, and I just want to touch on like her infertility journey and like seeing that process going, because there was I don't know who they were, it was another couch they were on, but they were just talking about how she really wanted to like carry, and he was saying that he was like watching her destroy herself, because she wanted to like actually go, carry the pregnancy.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, he was like, I love you too much to see you do this to yourself, because she didn't want to like give up. You know what I mean? Like she wanted to see if she could do it, but we got Kavya and she's so cute.
I need to look up these babies in like a non-way. I want to
These
look at them.
kids, man, they're my new faves. They got attitude and style.
They have so much style, yeah. Mm-hmm. I follow Gabrielle Union on Instagram. I always see them doing like their family trips and everything. Like they're a very stylish family. All of them. It's really cute.
Like y'all are at Target right now. Why are you dressed like this?
I do agree. Like every photo I've ever seen of them, like on like Us Weekly or whatever, just impeccable. Yeah. Skin glowing. I'm like,
which I really appreciate.
Yeah. Okay, right. You guys have, so I was thinking 2 each, so that was my first one. What you guys got?
I just read an article actually, I think like a week ago or so. It was Lenny Kravitz and Lisa Bonet, because they have Zoe Kravitz. Yeah. And he was saying in an article, like, just like in the beginning, it was hard, of course, trying to co-parent everything. But in the end, like, they were able to figure out how to work together, because it was just like the love for their daughter. They just wanted to make sure that she grew up where they're both still loving each other and working with each other, and, being able to still show that healthy relationship to Zoe and all that kind of stuff. And he just said, like, it was a different kind of love, but we grew together, and, love is rule. That's how it works. Like, let love rule. And I think it was just really sweet. And then just seeing how, like, when Jason Momoa came into the picture, they, Lenny Kravitz and him worked together as a team of being, a blended family and stuff like that. So I don't know. I just wish I could do that. It just seems such a beautiful concept. And no, I just thought that was really cool.
They do have I love their dynamic. Yeah. Like seeing him with Jason Momoa, I'm always like, that's so cool. This young thing coming in, and you're like, I guess, okay.
Yeah.
Do they have kids? Jason Momoa and...
Yeah, they got like 2 kids.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I don't think I've ever seen her pregnant. Besides when she was like in the 80s.
She seems like a private person. She was out, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have like 2 kids, and now they're separated or divorced, but they still seem like they're working together. Like, it's just all just healthy co-parenting and
peace and love over there.
All love, right? That's the goal. You want to make sure you have that love and that respect for each other to show for the kids, so they can grow up and not, be traumatized by the arguments and the pettiness between the parents. Like, how does that help anyone? So, yeah.
It does.
I like that.
And I think I just saw Keke Palmer posted like a 1-year tribute to her son. I was like, first of all, this baby has your whole face. Like I feel like they're twins. I was like, and her as a mom, like, to me, she's still like little Keke Palmer from Akeelah and the Bee. Like, what are you doing? And so to see her as like a mom and like, like excelling. So that was just a little aside. Because I think I brought up, I think there was like one where I was like, Cardi B. That's the one I wanted to talk about. Because with her pregnancy, she was so stressed about how that would impact her career and what that would look like, because she was like on the rise. And was it like Saturday Night Live or something that she showed her, and you could see the like relief in her. She didn't have to hide it anymore and all that. And so I'm like, I really do think like when you brought up that you wanted to talk about celebrity parents, I feel like she really did something big for women in hip hop, because I feel like it's very easy to be dismissive now. Well, you're a mother. Should you really be shaking your ass and saying this shit? And I really think that it could have been her career over. And honestly, I bet people were like, oh yeah, your career's done. But she did, I don't know what her team did or what she did or what it was, but I was very proud of her. Like, thank you.
And I do think it has a lot to do with like the generation we're in now. Because I'm not going to lie, I too was like, oh man, like she's pregnant,
I've never
you know,
seen it.
like
I've never
what
seen it.
now, like she can't have both, you know, like I'm not gonna lie, I definitely was thinking that
Yeah.
because yeah, she was popping up everywhere. She was like just like all these features. She was on SNL, like she was just being amazing. But I think we have moved out of that idea of like you have to choose. You
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
know, like you make music, you work, you know. Because I think growing up, we grew up in the era where a lot of artists were had to create personas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, the Beatles, this is way back, but the Beatles, you couldn't tell them that you had a girlfriend or married because you were a heartthrob. Like things
Hmm.
like that. That's the mentality until I would say pretty recently, like the 90s, where
Mm-hmm.
we didn't really know what was going on with a lot of artists because it didn't work with the image. Where now it's like, yeah, she's got it, you know, she was full on pregnant at Coachella twerking because she said, my doula said that this helps the baby in labor. And I was like, yes, girl, it does.
It does. That angle,
Yeah,
yes.
she ain't lying. So yeah, I do love that. I love that for her.
And honestly, I know we talked about Nicki Minaj before, but I feel like Nicki Minaj kind of owes Cardi B a thank you because I feel like Nicki is surrounded by men who have that kind of tunnel vision. And I
Mhm.
feel like had she come up to them before this and been like, hey, I'm about to have a baby, they'd be like, okay, well, you're off our label. And so I really do think that Cardi was the guinea pig, kind of, and it worked.
I'm not
So,
gonna lie, because she had her baby and it felt like almost immediately Nikki got pregnant. And I was
yep,
like,
Mm-hmm.
suspicious.
yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it was like, oh, she's able to do that, let me do it, or if it was like, oh, she's not gonna have a baby and I'm not gonna have a baby. Could have gone either
I
way.
mean, truly with Nicki, it could have been either one. But yeah, I was like, okay, let's talk about Cardi B because I really do feel like she really changed the direction of the game.
Mhm. Yeah. Because, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a lot of rappers pregnant. But they just they're keeping it pushing, and I
Yeah.
like that.
Didn't
Yeah.
Krishan rock
Yeah.
with
And
Blueface?
she's different though. Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm just
Chrissy
saying, like,
one. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, like they're all out here. There was another one. There's a bunch of them that have been going through and they just keep putting out music and they're still
and it's
on
still good.
top. And I
How
love
did
it.
that happen? It's like pregnancy has nothing to do with your brain and your talents. Weird, but okay. Okay, who else you
Okay,
got?
so my second one is Tia. Tia Mowry. I
Mm-hmm.
love her. I just love her in general. But I love her dynamic or I love her story right now, her journey, because I don't know if you guys are familiar. So she has her two kids, Cree and the cute
The
little
other,
one,
the other one.
Cairo.
Yeah.
And she was with Corey Hardrick for years, since like I think her early 20s. And they recently got divorced. And during the because I even noticed because I follow her right before the announcement to now, like she was doing a lot of like self-discovery posts and videos of like finding herself, doing things that make me happy type of
Mm-hmm.
energy, right? And then,
Yeah.
she announces the divorce, but she does it in such a way where it's like no qualms, no fight, like no problems, like sometimes you grow apart type of energy. Um, and you just continue to see that I just like this, seeing her kind of finding herself because she was so young when they got together. And I don't know, I think it's important for parents to like have identity, right, outside of your family.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're more than a wife, you're more than a mother. Like your kids need to see that you are a human being, that you're a whole person, you know? And I also think that it just helps them understand how to navigate through life, but also like appreciate you, because it's like, I don't have to do this shit for you. I choose to be nice and to give you the snacks that you like. I don't got to. You can survive off other things. But it's like, this is who I am. Like, I like to make you happy and buy your little squeezables. So I just like seeing this journey with Tia right now. Because that was something that I was always worried about when I got pregnant. Was like, I don't want to lose myself. Like, I was 30 years old. Like, I like my wine. I like to do that. I like to bar hop with my husband. I like, ratchet music on a Sunday while I clean. Like, I didn't want to lose myself after parenthood. And I think I'm doing pretty good. He does cramp my style, but, I got to remind him. A little niglet look. Don't get twisted out.
Right, little face.
And, of course, he's gonna be like, what?
I think it's easy, though, to lose that identity because no one really, like, people check in with you by proxy of the child.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, terrible twos. Oh, you must be so tired. Like, yeah, but are you like talking to me or are you talking about the kid? Like, it's a very weird dynamic where you're not really important anymore. And I get it because there's like a new human and that's exciting and blah, blah, blah. But I definitely think that it's so easy to lose that identity and kind of like, what do I like? Am I this person still? Like,
yeah.
So good for her for even in publicly displaying that, because that's not easy. Like, it's very easy to sweep that shit right under the rug and keep it moving. But I think that's why people have like midlife crises, because they're like, I can't do it anymore. Okay, go ahead.
Oh. We got to talk about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. I mean, I think they are another great example of co-parenting, working with Sharice and Pino when it came to Trey and Jaden and Willa. Like, I see no animosity. Again, at first it was rocky, but then at the end, like, they found a flow and they worked together. And again, it's just, I want that so badly. But yeah, it's very inspiring. I just love watching these interviews and like, I feel like I could see that happening in my near future, and it's just like, ideally, hopefully, we do find that flow, that we are working together, we're healing together, growing. I don't see it happening right away, but hopefully we do get there. But no, I just love that.
It's gonna come.
And seeing examples is nice, because then you can start envisioning it.
Yeah, and like the kids, like, they have their own style, they have their own personalities, and they seem like complete decent human beings. And I don't know, it works. Blended families can be a positive impact on children. Your parents not being together in the end can be a positive impact still. And I just like seeing that. And that's my new normal. And I love having hope, seeing that it is a possibility. So. Something to get their shit together.
And it's like,
my shit together. Someone's gotta get their shit together.
It's like more.
I'm there. Y'all gotta catch up.
I feel like it's just also like more people to love the kiddos. Like,
that's the main focus. It's the kids.
It ain't about us.
It's not.
It really doesn't.
I remember when Jada started her show. One of the first episodes, and I think it might have been the first one, she had Cherie come on, and they talked about it. Like, they're able to laugh about it now, but like Jay was saying, like, in the beginning, like, it was beef. You know what I mean? Like, you can't come in here, like, this is my house. Just the typical shit. And he, as you should, when you are the common denominator, you put an end to it. Like, that is the mother of my child. You're not going to do that. That's my wife. You're not going to do that. We're going to make this work. And I think having him basically say, like, we're going to make it work, it forced them to do it, right? And I think that's what we're seeing, Jay. Like, I will even say that I think in the most recent, few weeks or so or whatever, I think you have been like, so you've been setting the tone, right? And it's kind of forcing him to also like follow suit. Like, we're not here with the mess, we're not here with the drama. We're not going to get up in each other's face about XYZ. We're going to just do what we do. And I've been seeing it, obviously, like, I'm seeing it on the outside, but I've been seeing it. And I think you setting the tone is really helping. And I think that's going to be what sets the trajectory in the future.
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta remember it's for the kids, and yeah.
Yeah.
Because if there was no kids, I would be a whole different person. I'd be in my whole phase trying to find a new hairstyle. I mean, I swear, that's why it makes me so bad. Like, if it was just us, I would have blocked you, moved on, do whatever I gotta do. But there's kids involved, so like, just focus
Janelle would be on the first plane back to California, living it up in LA right now.
Yeah, exactly. But no, everything's different, and I feel like some people can lose sight of that because there's other things they're upset about, and they're losing focus from the kids onto their own whatever anger issues or problems. And I think, yeah, like you said, I'm trying to set the tone, just like, it's just for the children, pick up at this time, make sure they have these snacks. He's walking now, so childproof everything, please. Little things like that. That's what our focus is on. Yeah.
Like, that's what it should be on, at least. Damn.
Right?
Oh. I do want to say that I got my good eye on Will Smith, though, because all this shit with Diddy coming out.
Oh, don't say that.
I had to say it.
What happened?
They seem like they might be co-conspirators in the sleazy underdoings of, but no, like, proof has come out. Yeah. But so that's why I had my good eye.
Like, why not? Because it just seems like everybody. Okay.
Yeah, nothing nice. So why should you?
Yeah.
But yes, appreciate what they're doing with the co-parenting, but also what you do.
I have a special place in my heart for Will, so I hope he does not disappoint me.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't fooling with Puff Daddy anyways. I just added to it.
Yeah.
But no, I love their dynamic, and I love their kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Being black and rich is like, that's what it should look like. When you grow up black, this is what it looks like. Love it.
Okay, I feel like I'm torn between Nicholas Cannon and what is it, Russell Wilson and Sierra?
Oh, Sierra. Girl, we can do both.
We got time.
Got feelings about both of them.
Nicholas, you hear me? You hear me, Nicholas?
Sit down.
Nicholas Cannon.
I can't with him. I'm like, you are the exact example, poster child, and cautionary tale of why women's reproductive rights should not be messed with and tampered with. You have 72 children, sir. That's enough children. Okay, enough. And like doing the math and stuff, I'm like, you spend like 3.7 days with each of these kids. Like, it's mind-boggling. And there's no like magnifying glass on it. They're just like, oh yeah, Nick Cannon and his 85 kids.
Yeah. Like, everybody got jokes, but it's like, can we really talk about like the impact it's gonna have on these kids? Like, I know he probably feels like he is like giving it all that he's got, but I think it's important to acknowledge that giving everything you have can also not be enough.
Exactly.
Just because you're depleted and you're like, this is everything, does not change the fact that you're, I'm going to say 10 plus, because I know Mariah's kids, they good.
They fine. I don't even
They
count
good.
those.
You know, those 10 kids are going to have something, right? They're going to have some qualms, whether it's time, resources, whatever it is. The feeling of like, I mean, I have two sisters, and I feel like there was a favorite, right? There's 10, 12 of y'all. Like, somebody's going to feel like the black sheep, you know what I mean? And it's just, I don't think it's fair. And I think that's something to acknowledge. I think he leans on, like, him having money as a reason to do it, or a reason why he can do it and why it's okay. And I just don't think that's a reason.
But I think that that's a very common stance for some fathers, that they're either physically in the same home, maybe not engaging with the kids, maybe not creating those memories, but they're physically there, which is a step above what they had, or they're providing financially, and that should be enough. And it's like, okay, but like, also, let's just maybe think about it a different way. Kids don't give a fuck about how much money you have. Kids don't fucking know how much money you have until you start showing them.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to come look at their board book and point out the apple, not buy them a watch, Future. Nice little segue into that.
Is that what you did?
They want you to spend time with them and invest and like act like you care. How are you gonna act like you care in 7 different households? 7 plus, because I'm gonna be nice with that number.
Yeah.
Like, it just, and the people that are all involved, I'm like, it's such selfish behavior. It's so selfish. Like, at what point is enough enough? And it'd be different if he's like, oh yeah, my dad had 17 kids and we're all great, so I have the exact recipe of how to do this. Mm. You're making it up as you go while having kids who have birthdays within days of each other. Like, statistically, you're gonna miss something. And you're okay with that because you keep on popping out these kids.
Yeah.
That's so selfish. Like, it's infuriating. But yeah, women are the problem, right?
So he did say that he was going to stop. So we'll keep an eye on that and see, was that a temporary pause? Or did he realize shit don't make sense?
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
It does. Like, what? And again, I'm like, is it negligence? Like, did you really use a condom with all of these women? And you were just the fluke?
No, he was planning this.
So it's like, this is negligence.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way around it for me. Mm-hmm. What would you say about a woman who had 12 plus kids? Nothing good.
Welfare queen.
Right? Think about Octomom. She had a whole damn TV show, because that was just mind-boggling. But this man could double that, and it's like, congratulations, Nicholas. Big thumbs up.
Yeah.
Ugh. Garbage.
Our strong feelings towards Nicholas Canyon.
And I don't get it, because I'm like, how does he, like, not trick these women, but why are these women complicit? Like,
there is no trick involved. They know what the fuck is going on, but they, again, are prioritizing whatever financial support or promised emotional support. But, like, yeah, that may be enough for you, but you can't speak for the kids, because at some point they're going to have their own needs and wants.
And you can't buy that shit.
No.
Sorry. Mm-hmm. But yes, I also don't know so much about Russell Wilson and Ciara. My husband's like a Seahawks fan, so he loves Russell Wilson, and then he like moved teams, but he still loves him. And he showed me that, I think this was a while ago, that like for Little Future, I think is his name, Baby Future. I don't know. For that, the kid in common with Future, he did this like really nice birthday thing for him. He like took him to some sort of sports thing and did all this crap. And then Daddy Future like posted, I bought my son a watch, and posted the watch as like his tribute. And,
Okay.
it's just so tone deaf. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you, Future? Everybody talks about how shitty of a parent you are. And here you are adding fuel to the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And then people are like, oh well, Russell Wilson's corny. He's taking care of someone else's kid. I'm like,
Why is that corny?
how is that corny?
I don't know. I've never heard
Who hurt
that.
you?
I know, right? Who hurt you? But yeah, I definitely think that I from what I've seen. Also, are you sipping wine?
Oh, I wish. It's apple juice.
I was like, how dare you know when I can't drink? Put the glass down. I was like, that looks delicious.
It's delicious.
Yeah, like it was. No, but I like their dynamic. I think that they have tried really hard to, like a blended family, like you were saying, Janelle, like make it work. And I also like that it seems like Russell Wilson is going like a step beyond what's expected of him. And it kind of seems like that's a natural trait. Like, and I also feel like he's trying to undo some of the damage that might have been done by being extra supportive and extra involved. And I love that. I was like, look at them go. But that's all I know about them.
Yeah. Jay, do you have any thoughts on Russell and Sierra?
Oh, I think they're a cute family. And I think, yeah, you can definitely see how he took him in as his own. And they just keep adding to the family and just being happy and loving. Like, I'm sure they don't see each other as like, you know, like stepdad, or I like when they say bonus dad or bonus son. I think that's cute because that gives it a more positive, like just title on it, like positive vibe altogether. So no, I see that again. I follow Sierra on Instagram. They look like a happy family. They're
so cute.
They seem to like each other and love each other, so they're doing something right. But
keep making these babies. They must like each other.
They like something.
I think she just had another one. What?
I said they like something.
All those babies coming in, but no, yeah, I think they're a beautiful family.
Love that.
Yeah, proud of you guys. And again, look at all these like really good examples, these Black families that are so public about this is the reality of our situation, and here's all the things that we're doing to make it better. Good for you. Transparency, all 2024.
Yeah, I think there's something to it, having celebrities be so like accessible. There were some positives because like sometimes that's like the only example people have, and it's nice to see different ones. Yeah.
I agree.
Did everyone get 2?
Yes, ma'am. I got my 2.
Okay, I was like trying to remember who she said.
You don't remember?
I remember now. All right.
You guys want to do a question?
Yeah.
All right, let me shuffle this shit. This is like the same pile from last week, but it's red because we did green last week. And we'll pick this one. Oh, okay. This might be a cute one. Okay. What do you think is your gift to others, and where did you get it from? Again, what do you think is your gift to others, and where did you get it from? Where?
Well, I'm hilarious.
Okay.
I don't know where it came from, but you're welcome.
Us? It probably came from us because we're hilarious.
Real quick, I don't want to forget it. There was like a TikTok or something where this guy was like trolling younger siblings. They're like, you guys get everything from us, the older siblings. Your personality is me.
Mhm.
But probably yes.
Fine. Wait, where did you say you actually get it from?
Oh, I said I don't know.
Oh,
I just said I'm hilarious, so
the end.
you're welcome.
Yeah. Curtsy. Okay, Janelle, what do you think is your gift to others?
Just stop
And
yawning.
where did you get it from?
My gift to others. I guess my ability to stay positive and supportive, because sometimes we have our moments when we feel really low. So I think I can be that support for y'all. I think I am.
Yeah.
So you're welcome.
No, I think you are too, because I'm like, everything sucks in the world is shit. And you're like, yeah, but it's so beautiful outside. And I'm like,
yeah. And sometimes I'm like, no, I want you to shit with me. Like,
well, yeah, and I get that. I try not to.
And you're like, it's not that bad.
I don't want to make you like, don't feel sad, but I don't know. I try to read the room and try to give some glimmer of hope. But yeah, I can still be sad too and be like, F the world with y'all, of course.
Yeah.
Did you say where you get it from?
I think that's how I would like to have that for myself when I'm feeling pretty low. And so I try to throw it out there so I can get it back when it's necessary for me.
I like that. I think that's probably where a lot of our stuff comes from too. Like,
yeah.
Or something that you had lacking like before.
Yeah.
It's like,
exactly.
Oh, life is much different on this side. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think my gift, I feel like I'm a good hype man. Like, I really love to encourage people to just like
Mm-hmm.
do the things. You're a boss ass bitch. Look at you, you're perfect and stunning.
Yeah.
So I feel like I like to be the hype man. And I really feel like, again, it's probably from that lack mindset of like what you wish you had. But I also really want to attribute this to like T-Pain because I feel like he was such an excellent hype man. And I was, in middle school when I would listen to music, or in high school I would listen to this music, and I would always catch the hype, in the background, the little ad libs. And I was like, you know what? It changes the game. So yes, thank you, T-Pain.
Let me say thank you to T-Pain.
Shout out to T-Pain.
I know you're listening, so thank you. Yeah,
That's
I
right.
definitely. I'm a hype man. What up? All right, y'all got any rants for us? Or hacks or wins?
I think I ranted enough today, so I do have a win.
Okay.
My youngest, Jensen, he's been very like congested, I think due to the seasons changing and everything. So he's been like not sleeping that well. But we did go to the doctors, and like they all like, because we switched doctors. So one said like, give him children's Benadryl, a certain amount. And so we did that. And then another said, just humidifier and try to do the mist thing, which Lorraine, you gave me with the little it's like the little mask you could breathe in, but it's like a mist or like saline.
Mm-hmm.
And it loosens up the mucus and it makes it run so they can clear it, all that. And I think when you add all those things together, it helped him a lot more. He's able to sleep through the night. Like, it's been very successful. He's rested more. I've rested more. So like that's been a huge win this like past week. So yeah.
Good.
So
I bet he was miserable. Poor little guy.
He just kept like rubbing his nose and trying to get comfortable, and you could just hear him like trying to breathe and just making the snorting the noise. Like, it was really bad, but I think doing everything really helped loosen up his like, I don't know, the congestion, and then just he was able to rest with that Benadryl in him, so like it worked out.
Yeah. Oh, good. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't know. I think this is a hack. I saw this like mom hack where it was like make your own kid trail mix with like Cheerios, like those little yogurt bites, freeze dried fruit, and like other crap. And I was like, that's a good idea. And I tried it. And it worked. He was tearing it up. And like I gave him a bowl, so he was like picking through, and he was like entertained and engaged. I was like, okay. So I got this like, I went to Dollar Tree and got this like big container kind of thing, and then dumped it all in there to mix it and just like to store it. And it's a life changer. I'm like,
so wait, what's in it? What's in it?
Like, okay, you could do like Honey Nut Cheerios or like Cheerios. Okay. Make freeze dried fruit. So I picked strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I just burped. I hope that didn't like.
No, it didn't come from.
Scared it.
I put those like, you know, those yogurt drop melts.
Yeah.
That, and then he likes those little apple cinnamon puff. They look like Cheetos, but they're like Gerber.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I just put all that shit in there and shook it up, and it mixed it. So yeah, it was great.
Okay.
So that works. Approved.
Nice. Okay, very cool, very cool. I have like a fake rant because I always like to
like to shake things up.
Yeah, I like shake things up. Because our mom, shout out to Madre, listened to our podcast and was like, oh, Curtis is so amazing. You're so hard on him. And I'm like, look, I'm going to need y'all to stop. Because the running joke is that Madre, all of y'all actually, Janelle, Alicia, all of y'all, auntie, like Curtis more than me.
Yes. We love Curtis.
Yeah.
Lorraine.
He will be protected. Yes.
He is protected. Must protect him at all costs.
Absolutely.
And so I can't say shit about him. It's like, but I'm sure he's tired. But I'm sure he didn't. I'm like, you know what? Can I just like complain about this man?
Yeah.
Please, somebody.
He can still be perfect and have faults.
That part. All right, Julia. So when you come out here, I don't want to hear no switch up.
Right, Curtis. I'm Team Lorraine this week.
But no, I do love that they love him because they don't lie. They don't hide the if they don't like somebody. So I'm very grateful.
Yeah, Curtis is awesome.
He is great. My boo.
Also,
that's my little rant.
I'm low-key terrified that your mom listened and sees how I truly talk.
She's like, pirate, eh? She's not who I thought. No, I'm just kidding.
This girl is crazy.
But no, good. Shout out to Madre. Shout out to all of our listeners, our friends and family that are enjoying it, and truly, I assume other people.
Yeah, thank you for just like, especially because this is it's not a short 3-minute video. Oh, look at those little hearts.
I love that.
That was adorable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just, thanks guys.
Yeah, it's literally just us talking shit for like an hour and a half, which I love. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
All right, you guys want some inspiration for the next week? Or do we have any last minute comments?
No, I was going to say, tell a friend, rate, review, share, comment, feedback, guys. Because yes, we can just keep talking, but like, let us know, like, do you like when we talk about people?
Please shut up. More
y'all have talked about Beyonce every episode. It's like, well, she's busy this year. I can't help it. Okay.
She's doing something every week.
So yeah, feedback is great.
Yeah,
Okay.
please. And we do read it. And we are like, we're kind of in the mindset that if we didn't start now, we would never start. And so I feel like there are going to be quirks. Like, so one of my sorority sisters is like, y'all are cute in the audio. I was like, I'm sorry. I know we're trying. So we are looking at different platforms and like trying to figure it out as we go. But we didn't want to feel like we couldn't start until it was perfect, because then we never would have. Truly. I mean, I'm gonna speak for me. I wouldn't have done nothing. if Lorraine wasn't like, oh, I already set up this email address and we're recording tomorrow.
Yeah.
This would have still been some little plan in my notes app.
Like, yeah, remember we mentioned that last year? What are we gonna do with that? No, it's like y'all want me to talk about stuff? Yes.
I'm there. Yeah, she really, like, literally, I was like, hey guys, what do you guys think? And then she's like, email done, here we are, this is our schedule. I was like, oh god.
I know she's like, oh, so can't back out now? Nope.
Here. Okay, anything else? Sorry, Janelle, anything else?
No, I'm good.
Lorraine, anything else? No? Okay, so here we go for this next week. It says, life is like a camera. Focus on what's important, capture the good times, develop from the negatives, and if things don't work out, take another shot. I was like, okay.
I like that.
I like that. That was good.
Yeah, very simple, sweet.
Thank you.
Just a little bit of a pick
Inspired.
us up. Yes. So that we can get through another week of this.
All right, ladies. Same time, same place. See you all next week.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.